Kim, it's me again, Natalie. Today is, what is today? Today is Friday, May the 23rd, 2025. And Kim, I'm here to deliver you another angel message from another one of your BFFs, your best friends from life, who died, from what I understand from you, 7 years ago. And her name is Sandra. I have delighted. I told you yesterday when I began to connect to your other BFF named Kit, K-I-T, who I delivered you a message to from heaven as an angel, that Sandra would have to wait until today. Kim, first of all, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming to me, for not only entrusting with me, reaching out to such angels and friends from your life that you have lost. You have mentioned to me that you've lost a lot of your friends who are in heaven. I want you right now, as I begin this message today from your BFF, another one of your BFFs, which doesn't surprise me, Kim, that you have a lot of BFFs. I want to remind you that you have not lost anyone. Anybody who dies and leaves this life and goes to heaven and becomes an angel, yes, we've lost the presence, the mere presence of them being here in physical form. We never lose anyone in life that we love. Listen to this song that's playing today. You remember yesterday with Kit, it was, what was the song? Foreigner. And it was Jukebox Hero. Listen to this song. I want you to hear it. This is Sandra. Every angel who delivers through me, Natalie, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100, delivers always with music. I don't pick these songs. I don't ponder in thought and wonder, what song would this angel like? This is the song. Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Throw my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. This song is from Sandra. She is saying to Kim today, the day that your friend died. It was a beautiful moment. Who says that? Not but an angel. There's no buts about it. Who could possibly say it was a beautiful moment when I died? Well, if you don't talk to angels, it's not often that you will hear that. And yet, I don't know what's going on here, Kim. It's been another long day. It's windy here. And yet, who can say that? Only angels can. And I'm grateful to be able to connect to such angels in life and utilize my senses of life: sight, taste, sound, smell, and touch. Physically, as we all have, you have too, Kim, as well as soulfully, from within my soul. Angels are with peace. There are no sad angels. We, in life, are the only ones who can be sad. Let's go ahead and start this message off today for you, Kim, with this. Sandra is with you always, every time you think of her, and even when you're not thinking of her. Any memories that you have of Sandra, know that those memories that you have when you're in this life thinking of Sandra, in heaven, which is not just above, heaven is everywhere. It encompasses us, as well as heaven is within us, Kim. Your friend, Sandra, delights. I love the word delight because it goes along with divine. This is all part of your message today. Kim, thank you. You sent me 2 pictures. It was the same picture, and yet one was in black and white of Sandra and the other one was in color. I need to tell you, because Sandra's having me tell you, Sandra is with me right now. Sandra has been with me all morning since I opened up those pictures that you sent me this morning. And I have delighted divinely in receiving all of the different things, visions, feelings, and music. It was Sandra, and I am pretty certain unknowing to you why you sent me black and white and color picture of the same picture. This was Sandra. Sandra knew, Sandra knows, you were reaching out to me. And Sandra was like, yay, yay, yay. Angels do delight. Angels are so excited when they can deliver messages to life. This is the sole purpose of all angels, Kim, is to connect to life. Think about it. If you were to die today, Kim, wouldn't you want your loved ones in life to be able to know that you're okay in heaven? Sandra was working her wonders, her angelic wonders, and having you send those two pictures in specific to me, Natalie, because there's great difference. We all know that in life between a black and white photo and a color photo, and yet the two differences that I, as Natalie, was able to receive through, yes, initially my physical eyesight, as well as my internal soul sight. The black and white picture, flawless. Same picture. The color picture, there was a reflection in this picture. The circumference is her face, her facial area, and this is key. While this photo, while it was taken, whenever it was taken in life, that whatever's going across her face probably was a reflection of the camera, the way the sun was shining in, whatever. It is now of great significance today for this message for you, because what this photo showed, the color picture, was that I don't know how Sandra died. I don't know anything about Sandra other than what you shared with me, that she died 7 years ago. I prefer the word passed away. And yet passed away, what does that mean? Passed away? Passed away? Passed away? Kim, I think you're going to embark on another mission, an adventure with me in life, because you are definitely a soul sister to me. You have delivered so many angels to me. And this is with great purpose that you and I both could not have been aware of, not even me. And yet now I'm beginning to see why heaven has you paired with me. All of your TikTok posts, when I see them, oh, this Kim. In life, we're going to meet many different people, and every person that we meet in life we're going to receive them in our own perception, perceived ways, our own soul-felt ways. You remember also, Kim, to pay attention to the sounds of my flock. It has been wild here, and from what I understand, there is going to be a full moon on the 26th, and today's the 23rd. Remember, just like angels, the same with animals. They don't go by time, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock, p.m., a.m. Angels and animals have no time. Animals do go by the sun and the moon and the stars and the weather and all of that. Angels will often present, if their birthday's on the 1st of a month, they may begin presenting on the 28th, okay? Because they live in eternity, which is no time, forever time. Is that another oxymoron? No time, eternal time. Every message, Kim, that I deliver to life from angels does have absolute divine messages intertwined into these messages. Here comes this song again. This was for Natalie. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, that's playing right now on my Alexa. Whoa. All right, Kim, this is interesting because this means Natalie is also coming in to this message with your friend Sandra. This is something rather new to this Natalie, me. I'm used to having souls present one behind another, and yesterday was actually my first time to have two souls present together. What is hard for me to explain, as well as probably hard for people in life to understand about Natalie when I'm connecting to angels, is that it's rather inexplainable. And yet I know, without mind, thought that I'm greatly assisted in delivering every message. It is me who presses the record button on my phone. It is not me who ends these messages. And it's not really entirely up to me when I begin these messages. It is rather a constant flowing, hovering of such angels that come through me, Kim, until it gets to a point. I live in life. You live in life. We live with time. Angels don't live with time. Patience is a virtue we try to learn here in life. Patience is what angels are. They're like, Natalie, it's time. Wow. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Let's go back to the picture of Sandra. I'm feeling that, I don't know how she died. Okay, let's just go from there, and then you and I can create this adventure for ourselves later on to find out different words. That is a really hard thing for people in life, to even hear the word so-and-so died, so-and-so passed away, so-and-so is no longer with us. These are all really hard words to absorb and process and carry with us. And yet for someone like me, Kim, well, I've been in therapy for a long time now. I'm actually greatly assisted, not only by angels in heaven and heaven itself. I'm greatly assisted by a beautiful divine therapist in life who graduated from a school of divinity, and although does not have experience in talking to angels, this, I call her my BTF, best therapist friend, is greatly in tune with me and with Natalie. And she has helped me. Her name is Kathy. She has helped me along, well, for nearly the past year. Every heart doctor needs a heart doctor. They can't operate on their own heart. It is said that every therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist needs their own therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, so to speak. When somebody talks to angels, this somebody right here who's Natalie does need somebody to talk to, because it's not just about me sitting down and pressing a record on my phone and delivering messages. I'm not alone right now. I'm never alone. I am always connecting with angels. I speak to angels every day of my life, and you already know this, Kim. I don't know how Sandra died, and yet that picture, the color picture, her showing this strip across her face, has me feel it had something to do, brain related, sinus related, facial related. It could be anything. It could have been a car accident. It could have been brain cancer, but it is something of her head area, as well as I also felt something with her breast area. Moving on from that, we are now 13 minutes into this message. You know that every angel message I deliver, Kim, usually lasts about 20, 25 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. Whenever it goes over 30 minutes, that's a really big message from an angel. When an angel is done delivering a message, they simply exit my body. Right now, Sandra is embodied within my soul. She, as a soul, as an angel, is greatly assisting me to deliver this message to you right now, today, on Friday, May the 23rd. And she's laughing because she's like, Natalie, you know what day it is, Natalie. Yes, I do, Sandra. I believe that in life, well, number one, I can tell you this. When we do die and we go to heaven and become an angel, we are very much the same soul without our body. So when you think about in life, we have a personality, who we are, how we are, in life, we are very much so the same in heaven, and yet without all of the life, the drama, the trauma, the worry, the stress, the sadness, the sorrow, and all of that. So Sandra remains very much so the same as an angel. And I believe that in life, Sandra was and remains a very soft-spoken soul of knowledge. She was not the type of person in life that was like, I told you so, or let me tell you something. She was not one of those people that was like, meaning she was not judgmental. She was not shameful of others. She was not blameful of others. She was very much so a person of solitude. Hold on one second. I'm very distracted by this music right now. Hold on, Kim. Alexa! 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 Volume down! Listen to my clock. Okay, guys, it's all right, guys. Relax. Remember to pay attention to the sounds of my flock, okay? Other than that, I just got them riled up. She was very soft-spoken, not an I told you so person. She was more like, so this is what I think. So, okay, if this is what's going on in your life, well, maybe you could do this, maybe you could do that. She lived a life of solitude. This is what I've explained to you before, Kim, that I love how it's not entirely up to any of us in life how angels connect with any messenger in life. It isn't and wasn't entirely up to you to connect Sandra to me. And yet Sandra from heaven, let's just go ahead and, we always do the above because heaven is, universally we consider heaven to be above. Heaven is everywhere. It was Sandra who delighted when you made your own request to me to reach out to her. And yet you must know that wasn't entirely up to you. It was Sandra wanting to connect to you as well. It's time, Kim. It's time, Kim. And guess what? You already know who can help you with this. It was Kim who had you send me the black and white picture and the color picture. Whenever I'm speaking of heaven, heaven has three entities: God, Jesus, and spirit. To me, spirit and angels, they are the same thing. Not entirely, and yet yes. There's this little gnat in front of my face here. So the number 3 is always significant, and not just to me, Natalie. The number 3 is significant. It symbolizes the divinity of heaven. I smiled earlier, just a little while ago, when Sandra was coming through me and had me hear the words calm, cool, and collected. I said, oh, okay, so Sandra, yeah, well, I can kind of perceive that. See, that's my mind. By looking at your picture, Kim, anybody can see what we want to see. And some of us do in life have a really good perception. Natalie, me, it is way, it's beyond perception. It is from within my soul, way beyond my mind. And yet it does take my mind, as well as my body, as well as my soul, my 3 entities. You have 3 entities also, we all do. Mind, body, and soul. This is all part of your message today, Kim, to be aware of your 3 entities, as well as heaven's 3 entities and the number 3. Calm, cool, and collected. This was Sandra's way of bringing up through me the significance of the number 3. She was very maternal, I felt, comforting in life. She was the sort of friend in life that if you were sick or not feeling well, she'd be the one who would come over and be like, can I make you some hot tea with honey? And she may even clip some wild flowers as she walked in your door and just be like, where's a little vase? Tell me where your vases are. Let me put these flowers in the vase for you. Sandra was also, this is beyond my perception, remind you, this is all what Sandra wants me to deliver to you so that you do know that this message is real. You already know these messages are real. This is why you've come to me, Kim, again and again and now again. Is this 3 times? Natalie, Kit, and Sandra. This is amazing. Okay, there are times when I'm connecting with angels, like right now, that angels will allow me to go into my mind. Otherwise, Kim, it is my soul that is my carrying energy, and my mind is always aware. I'm the good shepherd. I have to be aware of my flock at all times. At times, like right now, angels will allow me during these messages to go to my mind, above my soul, to make such connections. Wow. And she's also saying casual attire. Well, isn't that 4 C's? Calm, cool, collected, and casual. This is interesting because I have another angel. Her name is Courtney, and she delivered to me the significance of the 3-leaf clover. She has continued sharing with her mother, this other soul, that in life we don't have it right, Kim. Heaven has it right. In life, we say things, we think things, we learn things, we receive things, we perceive things. It's not always right what we think or perceive in life. In life, we always tend to think of the four-leaf clover. We want to find that four-leaf clover, you know? Well, it's next to impossible. And then what happens when you find that four-leaf clover? Do you really receive good luck? I think that heaven, as well as I feel, as well as heaven continues to have me know, heaven wants us to live with more than feelings of good luck. Heaven wants us to redefine life. As I mentioned with Kit's message yesterday, redefine life, redefine the words of life. Start with the simple things like redefining words. Become curious, become fascinated with discovering simple things. We're not here in life to be in college or high school or elementary school and study ourselves and take tests for ourselves and grade ourselves. We do all that when we're in our schooling years, no matter how far along in our education we get. Heaven wants us to create our own venues, vessels, and veins. Venues, vessels, and veins from our mind, body, and soul, which do then create our fairy tale adventures in life. It's not entirely crazy when someone like me, Natalie, says, I live a fairy tale life. It is life who is relying on perception that can only hear such words from somebody in life and go, she's bat crazy. Heaven delights in crazy, because what life thinks is crazy, heaven knows is the curious. Those in life who are curious. Okay, there are some crazy people, we know that in this life, but for the most part, we live in a world where too many people are being diagnosed with mental illness and other such things. That's not what it is at all. Okay, I feel like this is all your friend. This is all Sandra. And she's like, I'm still alive. Well, in life she must have been some sort of a, how do I explain this? It's hard for me to find words because remember, Kim, I'm not hearing words. This is not like me talking to Sandra on the telephone like if I were talking to you. So how do I explain this? I try to find words. Sandra, she remains very much so alive. She is alive. She's definitely alive. And it's not that she's just not here. Heaven wants us to stay away from those negative words. I explained this to Natalie's mother as well, Brenda. Stay away from the words just and but. Life is not meant to be lived as an excuse. It is life, the universe of life, that teaches us to live with excuse. But I just felt this, and she just felt this. No, there's no buts about it. There we go. This is the biggest part of Sandra's message for you today. Was she a storyteller? I feel like she was a storyteller. Perhaps she even wrote books. I don't know. Little children's books or something. She gives me the feelings and visions that she was one. Well, I know that picture that you sent me. She was clearly sitting in the passenger seat of a car. And she immediately gave me that feeling with that picture. And I don't know when that picture was taken. But she gave me the feeling at that point that she was one of those people in life that was like, sure, okay, let's go on a journey. Let's go on an adventure. Oh, do you want to go to the park today? Okay. Well, let's make a picnic, something like that. I find this interesting, and I like to explain this because I happen to not be one of those people. Even though I am adventurous, and this is also tying into Sandra, I am much more of a person of solitude. Even though I'm an exuberant personality and very bubbly and energetic and all of that, I prefer my solitude. Why? Well, because I prefer the company of heaven over people. Go figure. She's laughing right now, Sandra. Hold on, Kim. Sandra did like her solitude. She liked her solitude because she was one like me who is deep in thought. And you are too, Kim. You are one who is deep in thought. You are an artist. I've seen a lot of your work that you've shared on TikTok, and it's all beautiful. And I know, not believe, I know that I've commented on a lot of your videos saying, Kim, I love the colors that you use in all of your artwork. The colors. You know, we can look at artists, and let's say in painting and colorings and all of that, and we can tell a lot. We can perceive. This is a huge part of your message, is about perception. And Sandra wants you to understand that the further notion of perception and how damaging perception can be. Okay? We can look at artists and go, God, they're painting in all black and brown. That's sad, you know? And I can look at your art and say, whoa, look at the orange, pastels, pinks, you know, greens and pretty colors. Kim, you know? While this may be true, what we need to realize is that how we express ourselves in life physically, express ourselves, is much different than what we feel soulfully. Take my sheep, for example, Kim. You know this about my sheep. I know you love my sheep, June and Cash. Sheep have no facial muscles. So their face remains in a constant state of it's just blank, okay? So if you don't know a sheep, you go, how do you love that sheep, you know? I love that sheep because I know that sheep, these sheep, their soul. Kim, this is a huge part of your message from Sandra today. She wants you to tap further into your soul. All angels want all of us in life to tap further, dive further, connect further to our soul. This is the question of a lifetime for, I believe, most of us in life, including my own self. This has been a big journey for me, Natalie. What is our soul? Even if you Google the word soul and you look that up, I know what my mind and brain are. I know what my body is. What is my soul? Our soul is our all. This is why when we die and go to heaven, we remain the same. And yet what doesn't remain the same is everything physical. If you had glasses in life, when you're in heaven, you might still wear your glasses if you liked glasses in life, but there's no lenses in them. If you liked to drink alcohol in life and you die and you go to heaven, you're still going to enjoy that alcohol, but it's clear. Do you see where I'm going with this, Kim? Sandra was au naturel. I can tell in the picture she was, you know, gray in hair color and yet young. She wasn't an old lady. And that's a really big thing for people in life, to go gray. I tried doing that. I'm 52 years old, or I'll be 52 on June 16th of this year. I tried going gray because I started going gray. I'm a Revlon, Walmart Revlon, $4.97 a box. As a matter of fact, I just colored my hair last night. And during this time of year, Kim, I go to light ash blonde. Whereas in the winter months, I prefer the dark ash blonde. This is all part of your message. This is not me talking about myself sitting behind my barn listening to music, okay? Remember, Kim, at the end of this message to look up the lyrics to that song, Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Listen to it. Dance to it. Dance. Sandra wants you to dance. She says you're feeling very restricted right now, very restricted, confined, very, you know, your life of solitude has been infringed upon in ways. Okay, I'm starting to go into my mind, and she's telling me to keep going on, and I can tell she's already getting ready to exit my soul here, and there's other things she wants to say. She's talking about, right now, she's talking about, okay, every angel, when they deliver a message for life through me, Natalie, as a messenger, they do 10 out of 10 times deliver music. 10 out of 10 times they deliver some sort of spirit animal, as well as some sort of biblical message or metaphor or cliche that's usually an oxymoron, which is also bizarre. But that goes back into what I'm talking about with perception, that we are wrong in life. So the oxymorons, that's life. It's not an oxymoron from heaven. So what she's talking about right now with this spirit animal is an aardvark? An aardvark. Aardvark? Okay, this is my first aardvark. Hold on, Kim. Okay. Well, the aardvark is a nocturnal creature. What do I have here on the farm? I've shared that on all my TikTok videos about Juno and Chase, my livestock guardian dogs in particular. Great Pyrenees, Anatolian Shepherds, they are nocturnal by nature, which means they come to life at night. Okay? Aardvarks are also nocturnal. Aardvarks, like my livestock guardian dogs, and like Natalie, we are creatures of solitude. Going back to the perception in life, when people perceive persons that enjoy solitude, we go, oh, they're lonely. No. Persons who love, animals who love solitude, it goes beyond what we love. It is how we were born, Kim. God does born us all with such characteristic traits that inhibit and create our personality. We don't exactly have control over our personality. We really are who we are. We really are born to be who we are. This is a really long message right now, and Sandra's going, I gotta go, and she's showing me the woods right now. She says, this is how she's going to end it. She says, look, hold on. So remember Kim. I'm trying to find the words because angels do not communicate with me with words. It is through visions, it is through feelings, and it is all through my soul. So I'm trying to find the words here. She says, look beyond the surface. Look beyond the surface and delve into hidden truths. She's gone. I don't even know what that means. Look. What did I even just say? Whoa. Kim, you've got a lot of friends in high places, as well as all surrounding you in life. You are not alone. You have lost a lot of friends, as you yourself stated. You are not alone in this life. You may have your life of solitude. Your life of solitude may be disrupted at this moment for whatever reasons. Know that you can continue to, and I believe you already do, continue to rely on such soul friends that you've had in life. All of your friends in heaven hear you. All of your loved ones in heaven hear you, Kim. What? Look beyond the surface and delve into hidden truths. Hidden truths. Oh, Kim, you must include me in this part of your adventure because I want to know what this means. I don't know what this means. This absolutely is part of your treasure hunt. Kim, I like to Google a lot of this stuff. You know, you can Google, just go into Google and say, what do these words mean? And then type in the words. I delight in delivering all of these messages to life, and to you in particular. You are a very special life soul to me. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. I now feel at peace. When you're someone like me who talks to angels every day, people may think that, oh, Natalie's toot-toot-toot-toot-toot. It is a very serious business here when you talk to angels. And if I don't deliver messages, well, perhaps I need to delve into my own hidden truths in such ways. I love you, Kim. Thank you so much. I can't wait to hear what you think about this message. Sandra, thank you. She so peacefully left, too. I didn't hear any of my animals during this time. That's amazing. I love you, Kim. Have a good rest of your weekend. Enjoy this holiday weekend. Enjoy your new grandson. I'm so grateful that he is home, that mom and dad are doing well, and that grandson is doing well. Enjoy it all. You will have your solitude soon.